Welcome to Civil Engineering Edge. Watch closely as a massive river transforms into a modern megabridge in minutes. This cinematic time-lapse reveals how engineers turn impossible ideas into powerful infrastructure step by step. Just look at this river for a moment. No bridge, no road, no heavy machines, only flowing water, open sky, and two sides that were never connected. But this is exactly how every megabridge begins. With an empty landscape, a big idea. Engineers arrive first. They study the river, measure the soil, and carefully plan every single step. Because when a bridge stands in the middle of a powerful river, even the smallest mistake can become dangerous. And now, in just a few seconds of time-lapse, you can see the transformation begin. Slowly, the silent riverbank turns into a construction zone. Heavy machines start arriving one after another. Excavators begin digging. Dump trucks move continuously. Workers prepare the land, install temporary roads, and set up the entire project area. In real life, this stage takes weeks. But in this time lapse, it feels like the project is waking up in just a few moments. This is the stage where planning becomes action. Now comes the most important part of the entire bridge, the foundation. Huge well foundations are constructed right in the middle of the river. Workers remove soil from inside the wells while the entire structure slowly sinks deeper into the riverbed. It may look simple in time-lapse, but this stage requires extreme accuracy. Building inside a river is never easy. That is why engineers use a technique called a cofferdam. Steel sheets are installed to create a strong wall in the water. Then powerful pumps remove the water from inside. And suddenly, something amazing happens. A dry construction site appears in the middle of the river. Excavation begins immediately. Machines dig deeper and deeper until strong soil is reached. Also one of the most fascinating to watch in time-lapse. In areas where the soil is too soft, deep pile foundations are used. Giant drilling machines create deep holes into the ground. Reinforcement cages are lowered carefully, and high-strength concrete is poured inside. In real time, each pile takes many hours. But here, in just a few seconds, you can see dozens of piles being completed. And now, the bridge finally begins to rise above the river. Layer by layer, concrete piers grow taller and taller. Cranes move continuously. Workers install reinforcement bars, and formwork appears and disappears again and again. In time-lapse, it looks magical, as if the bridge were growing on its own. But in reality, it is a result of precision, teamwork, and continuous engineering supervision. Once the piers are complete, the next step is to connect them with huge pier caps. These massive concrete structures carry the load of the entire bridge. Heavy reinforcement is installed, and concrete is poured continuously. In just a few seconds, you can see how a simple vertical pier becomes a strong structural support ready to carry massive bridge girders. While work continues in the river, another important process is happening in the casting yard. Huge bridge girders are manufactured with perfect precision. These girders are extremely heavy and incredibly strong because they will carry thousands of vehicles every single day. In the time lapse, you can see giant beams being created one after another as the bridge will be repaired piece by piece. Now comes one of the most exciting moments of the entire project. Massive girders are lifted by a powerful crane and placed carefully between piers. One girder becomes two become five becomes an entire bridge structure. Watching this stage in time-lapse feels almost unbelievable. In just a few seconds, empty space above the river slowly transforms into a star. Once the girders are in place, the bridge begins to look like a real one. Thousands of reinforcement bars are placed across the entire structure. Then concrete is poured to create the deck slab. In time-lapse, the bridge surface appears almost instantly. This is where the bridge becomes ready for travel. Now the focus moves to safety and durability. Expansion joints are installed to handle future changes. Drainage systems are added to remove rainwater. Safety barriers and railings are fixed carefully. The bridge is no longer just a structure. It is becoming a safe and reliable transportation route. Every small detail life of the bridge. Next comes the road preparation stage. Layers of material are spread across the bridge deck. Heavy rollers move continuously to compact the surface perfectly. In time-lapse, it looks fast and simple, but in reality, this process requires multiple layers and precise testing to make sure the road remains strong for many years. This is the stage where the bridge finally starts looking like a modern home. Now comes one of the most satisfying moments of the entire project. The asphalt paver starts moving slowly, spreading hot black asphalt across the bridge. Rollers follow behind to create a smooth and strong road surface. In just a few seconds, the gray concrete structure transforms into a beautiful modern road. This is the moment when the bridge truly feels complete. Now the finishing touches are needed. White road workers appear across the bridge. Streetlights are installed one by one. At night, the entire bridge starts glowing beautifully. What once looked like a construction site now looks like a modern engineering masterpiece. The transformation is almost complete. Before opening the bridge, engineers carefully test everything. Heavy trucks are placed on the bridge to check its strength and performance. Engineers inspect every part to ensure safety. In time-lapse, the stage happens quickly, but in reality, it is one of the most important steps of the entire project. Because a bridge is not only about construction, it is about safety. And finally, the moment arrives. Traffic starts moving across the bridge. Cars, buses, and trucks cross the river smoothly and safely. What once was only water is now a powerful connection between the two cities. This is not just a bridge. This is a result of planning, hard work, technology, and the dedication of thousands of engineers and workers. And this time-lapse shows something truly amazing: how modern civil engineering can transform an empty river into a massive, fully operational bridge in just a few moments. This incredible journey shows the power of civil engineering. Like, comment, and subscribe to Civil Engineering Edge for more mega construction videos.